Well, welcome everybody to our Show Me the Money Friday Opportunity Zoom. If you are new here, we are talking about Plexus Worldwide. This is the original gut health company. There is nothing else like it out there. And you will hear us talk about our incredible natural products that focus on gut health. And honestly, we did it first. They started when I was a senior in high school. So it's really cool to be a part of this legacy company that is debt free and has A+ rating with the BBB. We are in good standing with the FTC and the DSA. So if you don't know what any of that means, that's okay. Give it a quick Google later. But I'm very, very proud to be partnered with Plexus Worldwide. Today, we have an incredible friend of mine. I was going to say a woman, but honestly, you're more than that. You're a really sweet, dear friend of mine. We do life together. We're doing coaching together right now for life and business. We just got to spend 9 days together in Mayacoba, Mexico, courtesy of Plexus. And so today we're going to talk about how to show you the money. But before we do, that's what you're looking at right now, is that we have real life stories. So everybody that gets on these PowerPoints with me and these Zoom calls with me, like, these are people I know in real life. And the way I do that, and the reason I do that, is because I want you to know that this is available to you too watching this. Whether you're already a part of Plexus or you're brand new here, I want you to think like, well, why not me? Of course I can. Of course I can do this, because you can do this. We're also going to show you how to earn $300 in the next 30 days. I think that it's really, really important for you to understand the statistics behind making money right now in an economy like ours, and that everything is e-commerce. Everything is influencer or affiliate marketing or social sharing, and Plexus fits right into that. So it would be so silly for you not to try and earn $300 in the next 30 days or today or next week. It depends on your influence and your work ethic and the hope that you just put behind it. And we're going to dive into that. So don't worry, we'll show you how to begin. But first things first, I want to introduce my friend Whitney. Whitney is so special. I just love her family. I love her team. I've gotten to meet a lot of them over the last decade that I've been with Plexus, and there's just nobody like her. And here's why. She has literally done the work that many of you have thought about doing. But when it comes to compensation plans, when it comes to understanding why Plexus is so special, I hope you realize, and I hope you're leaning in and listening, because Whitney went like company to company, comp plan to comp plan, to see how she could leverage this type of industry. Because I think, and if I can speak for you, Whitney, I think she was already sold out for the industry. She saw the business model. She saw how epic it was to create your own time freedoms and income, like residual income, build a team and have an awesome community. But at the end of the day, she was like, which one's going to pay me the most money? And so here she is with Plexus. Her and her husband do this business together. I'm going to turn it over to you, Whitney. Take it away.
Thank you so much, Emily. And I got to say, I was laughing. I thought I was unmuted. So I wanted to tell everyone, like anyone that's a mom, we totally get it. But now that I'm on like the empty nester side of parenting, I can just giggle and think, oh my gosh, I remember those days. So totally get it. If you have kids running in naked and screaming, then we'll just kind of giggle with you. So it's all good. So anyways, yeah, Emily and I are good friends. We work together closely, and I so love that she's doing this, because you guys, people need to hear what we have here more often. Like, everyone needs to hear this. So I'm grateful that you're here on this call. For those of you that are going to listen to the replay, I'm so glad that you're getting this information, because it can literally change your life. And I don't say that lightly, because that is my experience. And that is the experience of many friends that I have. And as someone who came from like financial desperation, and of course, like, you know, I guess I'll just start at the very beginning. 8.5 years ago, I was that mom who was constipated and tired all the time and had a raging sugar addiction. I had blood sugar issues that were really miserable to live with. But you know what? That was not even at the top of my mind, because we had just lost the majority of our income beyond our control, and we couldn't even make our mortgage. Christmas was coming up, and we had 3 boys to buy gifts for and all the things that we wanted to do, and we were going to lose our home. So that's where I was at. That's where my mind was focused, and it was terrifying. But at the same time, I just had this feeling inside. I felt like God has something really big for you. And I will tell you, I did have a background in direct sales and network marketing to some extent. I'd had a really bad experience, you guys. So I get the stigma. Like I'd poured my heart and soul and all of our money into another opportunity and been burned. And so I get it. If you're like, not for me, totally, like, I get that. But then I feel like God kind of tricked me, and I accidentally found myself in like promoting it was direct sales jewelry, and without even really thinking twice about it. And I found a lot of success there. And so I had experienced some kind of like the good, the bad, and the ugly of all of it, right? And so because of the situation we found ourselves in financially, I knew that I never wanted to work for someone else again. I knew that there was potential to earn residual income if I found the right opportunity. And so what I did is I dug in and I wanted to see everything that was out there. Like you name it, if it existed 8.5 years ago, I researched it. And if it is newer, then I've probably looked at it too. And still to this day, I stand behind what I know because of the research that I did. I have never seen an opportunity that can compare to what we have here. I can honestly, ethically say with my full heart that I believe what we have is the absolute most generous compensation plan in the industry and the most ethical. And we are changing lives in ways that you can't do with jewelry and makeup and I don't want to say Tupperware. Can I say that? I don't know. Is that like anyways, so what I did is I actually put it out there on social media. I said, you guys, you may have heard, but like we lost our business and I'm looking for ways to make money from home and I want to see everything. Send me what you got. So I literally, that was back in the days, like I printed out, I had a stack of stuff like this thick that I was going through and I was like researching compensation plans. But what I did is I sat down and I made a list and I said, if I could dream up an opportunity, what would it look like? I was so sick and tired of leaving my family and like, just being there in like missing the important moments, I should say, I wanted to be present as a mom and a wife. And I wanted to have that flexibility of being able to take off and like, have that time flexibility as well. So I wanted something that was very ethical. I wanted something that would make a difference. And I just wrote out this whole list, okay? And I was like, there's probably not something out there that exists that can check all these boxes, but you better believe I'm going to find the closest match possible. Okay. And so what I just dug in and I prayed really hard too. I was like, I need your help. I need some guidance here. But once I started digging in and comparing compensation plans and earning potential and ethics of companies and, products and testimonies and all the things, like I came across this company called Plexus Worldwide. And I was like, what's gut health? I don't know. This pink drink, people are losing weight. People are saying all these crazy things about it. So, but the compensation plan, when I looked at it, it was so different than anything else that I saw. I was immediately intrigued and like, this actually is so much simpler than any of the others. There's not like the balancing act and the, like all the loopholes and all that. And so I really dug in. And what I found is the more I learned, the deeper I was digging, the more I got excited. And the more I was like, this seems too good to be true. So not only did it check all of the boxes, you guys, this was just mind-blowing to me. They offered additional things that I didn't even put on my list, like being able to will this business to your children, like creating a legacy for generations. That's something I hadn't thought of. And like, they wanted to give me a luxury Lexus. I was like, I'm not even into cars. But then I went and test drove one and I was like, ooh, okay, if they're going to pay for it, I'll take it. And, there were so many extras that I hadn't thought of, and just the ethics and the A+ rating on the Better Business Bureau and the testimonies of how lives were changing. Not only, and well, I'll say this. Some of the things that really stood out to me. And there's a video I made, if you want to look it up on YouTube, where it goes really in depth, where it like talks about the different types of compensation plans and the comparison of them and stuff. It's called Why This Business? I did the research for you if you want to find that. So I'm not going to dig in too deep to that, but I will tell you some things that stood out besides the fact that this compensation plan was absolutely hands down the most simple, the most ethical, the most generous of everything that I looked at, and still to this day. But did you know that health and wellness is the most profitable industry in the world? Did you know residual income is something that if people really understood it, they would literally like claw through a brick wall to take advantage of it? I really fully believe that with my whole heart. And there's just, we've got a consumable product here that everyone needs. Male, female, 2 months old to 110 years old. We've got something here that's not just an added like fluff extra in people's lives, but it's something that people genuinely need in order to live their best life. And we're offering it in a way that's simple and accessible to everyone. And so that just lit up my soul, and I was so excited. And so I jumped in full force. Not only did I save our home, but I unburied us from a mountain of debt. We were in that place where I can't even say we were living paycheck to paycheck, because that's not even true. Like, we were robbing Peter to pay Paul. Our checking account was often in the red, and it was a miserable place to be, especially having kids and wanting to be able to provide more for them and say yes and give them opportunities. And I didn't have that option, and it just broke my heart. It ripped my heart out. And so for me to be able to see that here's a like gift wrapped package where, I mean, they take care of all the hard stuff. In order to start a business these days, and Emily knows, my husband, he just started his own brick and mortar business as well. Okay. And his was kind of like, I don't know what we'd call it, turnkey, but pretty like low inventory to start. But we're in like 60,000 and we still haven't turned a profit, you guys. Do you know what it costs to start this business where there's unlimited earning potential? $9.95. Are you kidding me? They're going to take care of all the legal. They're going to provide your IT team. They're going to provide your website, all these things that would normally be an expense. Like, I don't even have to have a business license. Like, this is crazy. And you're telling me that all I have to do is go tell people about these products that are changing people's lives and share stories that people are going to relate to and that are going to give them hope. And then when I support them as they start their journey and make sure they have a great experience and tell their friends, you're telling me that I can build this type of an income where if you can see this amazing cabin I'm sitting in, this is paid for, mortgage free, you guys. We came from a place of financial desperation, and we are in a place of financial abundance, time, flexibility, like most people won't experience until they're in retirement. And many people won't even actually make it to retirement, because that's not even like a reality for a lot of people these days. With inflation the way it is right now, with our economy the way it is right now, people are hurting. People need what we have, and there's nothing better out there. This is something that even if you're working a full-time job and you have young kids, you can squeeze in 30 minutes here and there and make a business where you actually make income your very first month. For me, I made income my very first day. Within a week, I was getting a paycheck. And it was more than I started for. It was more than I invested into that initial welcome pack of products that I needed for myself desperately. Okay. So not only have these products completely turned our health around, my husband and I were 44, we're grandparents, which is so cool. We feel better at this age. We're more fit, we're more vibrant, more active. We feel better than we did before we started having kids ourselves. Like, how is that a thing? Like that's real. I literally feel like we're aging backwards, and this is something I want for everyone. So it saved my husband from a surgery, all these amazing things. Okay. We don't struggle with health issues at all anymore. But what it's provided for us in the means of lifestyle and opportunity and time flexibility and the ability to just hop on an airplane and go when we want to go visit our kids in Georgia and we miss our little granddaughters, like to be able to, send our kids to an expensive wrestling camp across the country for 3 weeks. That's something that I desperately wanted that I couldn't do. And so the lifestyle that this has provided, oh, you guys, even better, and I don't want to say better because like our health is everything. I get that, but our lives, our quality of life too. So much, so incredible. So that's my story. I really just want for everyone to understand what's available to them here. And then of course, not everyone's going to take advantage of it. Like that's free will. That's human agency. But at least know that there's an option sitting here, and it's like gift wrapped with a beautiful bow. And whenever you want to open it up and take advantage of it, it's all yours. All right. So that's what I got, Em.
Whitney, you're just so good. You guys, tell me what you learned in the chat. I think it's really important that you hear the knowledge, you are processing it, and then you share that knowledge. You apply it right now. For those of you that are new to Plexus and you're like, okay, she's just painted a really vivid picture for me and what my life could look like next week, 30 days from now, 90 days from now, in a year, right? Sometimes when we look at starting something new, we don't look at the first step in front of us, right? We're looking at that whole staircase and we're kind of freaking out. But I just think that the staircase Whitney painted before us doesn't seem that scary. It sounds legit. It sounds like something that all of our families, whether you are a grandmother like Whitney, or you are a new mom, or maybe you don't have children yet, you're in a really busy season of life and your career, this could create awesome residual income. It could diversify your income because of two things that a lot of people go to bed at night worrying about is their health and their happiness. And I just think that Plexus provides both. So Whitney, thank you so much for sharing. You guys, I have a question for you because we've talked a little bit about the products. Most of you have either tried a sample or maybe you're here because you keep seeing it pop up on your Facebook feed or your Instagram. And I just have a question. If you loved these products, if you tried them, you believed what we shared today and you loved them, would you be open to sharing about them with others? And the reason why we ask you this question is because this is a social sharing business. The industry is called network marketing because you use your network to market something that you love. And I don't know about you guys, but I do that every single day. Every single day. Another mom tells me, my kid's playing baseball. Oh, he is? Well, what league are you signing him up with? Oh, little league. Okay, great. That's my child on the far left. That's Gentry, my middle-aged kiddo. And he played baseball last season. And I'll just never forget the total at the athletic store that we were checking out and getting that total. It was a 3-digit number for freaking Little League baseball. And I just remember looking at the cashier like, are you for real? And then it dawned on me, like, this is that extra that Whitney was just talking about. Being able to see my kiddo who's never played baseball other than the backyard a day in his life, put on the helmet, get the uniform, get the orange socks and the orange belt and the fun little cleats, and having that extra $300, $500, extra dollars to tell him yes. And here's the thing, you guys, I got 3 of those. And so it adds up real quick. And this is what we're talking about. Having the courage to say yes to something that can significantly change your household, bank account, and your mindset, right? And some of you are thinking, well, good for you. I'm not a salesperson. Okay, back up, grandma. Do you not tell your grandkids it's bedtime at 8 p.m.? Do you not tell them, oh, you're gonna get big muscles, your body's gonna rest, you're gonna feel so much better when you go to bed? That's selling them on bedtime, right? Or for those of you that are like, a pumpkin spice latte, right? It's literally, that's how I know it's September every year, because pumpkin spice latte is all over my Instagram and all over TikTok and all over Facebook. Even like when I'm in my local grocery store, they have their own version of pumpkin spice latte. You're a salesperson, okay? You are a referrer. That's not a word, but that's what you are. You are literally referring people to things that you like every single day. And the first place that we go besides calling or texting a friend, the internet. And the cool thing about that is now that it's 2023, we are in an e-commerce world where you can, swipe, click, and shop right there on your phone screen. And Plexus makes that possible for your people to get their vitamins from you. So imagine not having to go to GNC or Walmart or your local grocery store, but instead they can purchase from you and support your child's baseball dreams. Maybe help you have extra money for braces or that boat to create memories because you all have always wanted a boat for the family. I don't know, but you could be a salesperson, and you probably are. And then my favorite comeback, so to speak, is what if I'm too busy? Listen, you ain't gonna get unbusy. As life goes on, it gets busier. Your kids get older, they're involved in more things. And what I love about busyness is that I get to pick where I'm most productive. And Plexus, I have this intentionality behind this business plan so that I work it in when my kids are at school. When they were little, we did this during nap time, or I would stay up a little bit later. When my newborn would wake me up at 4 a.m. or 2 a.m. and I was the only one in the household that could comfort her, I would work my business. I would prepare for the next day for when I would wake up next. And it sounds silly, but it's no different than those of you that are clocking in at a job. You're just clocking into your Plexus job. Plexus has afforded me some things that I never, ever, ever thought I would have in my house. For one, Tiffany's jewelry. For two, diamonds outside of my wedding ring. And 3, the car that's in my driveway, I never ever thought I would drive a brand new, fully loaded Suburban. I am not a minivan mom, but I am a Suburban mom all day. I literally remember telling my mom, I will always have a sports car. My mom was like, wait till you have babies. And I was like, we'll figure it out. And now I got a fully loaded Suburban in my driveway that Plexus pays for because I utilized and leveraged the compensation plan that they created and developed. That is available to you too. For those of you that are familiar with affiliate or influencer style selling, that looks like 300 orders in 1 calendar month to earn the car bonus. And so some of you have lots of followers and lots of influence over your network and community. And when you think of a number like that, some of you would think, wow, that sounds really intimidating. But a lot of you are like, oh, I could do that. That was my brain. I knew if I could have 300 people happy to order their gut health supplements, their greens, their sleep gummies, their protein shakes from me, I was going to be able to have a car for my kids. And then lastly, just think about this. What would an extra $500 a month mean for your family? Truthfully, you can put it in the chat if you're feeling courageous. It's the power of social sharing, you guys. So here's what I know. When you use your referral link 3 times, because you sign up for $10, that gets you, like Whitney said, you're getting a customer service team, you're getting a shipping warehouse, you have corporate training, leadership training. We do monthly book clubs. We have something called Plexus Pivotal, which is a meal guide and workout plan for 90 days. So when you're sharing your referral link, you're not just saying, here's what's working for me, I refer this to you, but you're also saying when you order, you're getting all that. So when you use that referral link 3 times and someone places their order with you, you're going to earn $300 in bonuses. This is our Fast Start program, and it does not begin until you use that referral link for the very first time. However, if you share with 4 people, you make more money, right? Share with 4, make more. Help 3, you're going to get $300. And I just love that it is quick money. I didn't say it's easy to make because some of you are going to have to work a little bit harder than others, but it is quick money with such a simple ask. Hey, I just ordered these gut health supplements from my friend. It came with a referral link and I have a discount. Will you do this with me? I just think that you would love this. I think that, we've been talking back and forth about your last doctor's appointment, or you told me at the ball field you really needed energy and you had trouble sleeping. Like, this is totally going to help you. And you just begin. This is Jessica on my team. This is her 4 people in her downline, and a great example of that, sharing with 3 and sharing with 4. So in a second, I'm going to show you this picture. It is a picture of the compensation plan that Whitney was talking about, with all of our different ranks. It starts with silver, goes all the way to diamond. So in a second, I want you to start thinking which rank on the right would really make a difference for me. And I want you to dream like super freaking big. I don't want you to hold back. I don't want you to be like, really, like a $300. Like, seriously, right now, how much debt have you accrued as a couple, as a student, as a doctor, as a business owner, maybe a medical needs family, right? So I want you to tell me what number in just a second would seriously make a difference for your family, because our comp plan is the best in the industry. And I know a lot of network marketing companies say that, but we're not saying this as a sales tactic to get you in. We're saying it based off the evidence that we have seen provided to us. We're basing that off of comparing it to numbers. If I did this amount of work here, what would that look like over there? And what would that look like long-term and short-term? There's no limit to the earning potential you have here in Plexus. This is Jenna Huddela and her husband, Kenny, and their beautiful, beautiful 7 children. Yes, 7, not a typo. She is amazing. And she was a mom that literally never got off the couch. Her hair was falling out. Her joints were swollen. She had so many health concerns, 0 answers, until a friend was like, you have to do this. And she said, friend, I don't have any money. They literally, that her story is so beautiful. You can find it on our YouTube channel. This is Kenny. He worked for the Postal Service, and his boss gave him a cash bonus for Christmas, to which he then, have you seen the Mickey and Minnie Mouse Christmas episode where Minnie really wants this gift and Mickey really wants this gift, and they sell something that goes with the gift? Each of them has to sell something to go afford the gift. So when they come to give each other their gifts at the end of Christmas, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even make sense because they sold the thing that it went to. Okay. Literally real life example of that Mickey and Minnie Mouse Christmas tale. Okay. So Jenna really wanted Plexus and knew it was going to change her life. Kenny had extra money and they really needed milk and eggs, but he gave that Christmas cash bonus from his postal service to his wife to purchase their Plexus. And now she's one of our top earners. She's a diamond, and she has a business here in the States as well as in Australia. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful story. And she got her health back. She got her health back. Look at those beautiful children, like this legacy that Whitney was talking about that she created, you guys. So here's that graphic. Okay. Remember, we're dreaming big, not small. Let me move. I don't know if the captions are on y'all's way, but let me move them over here if they are. Okay. Silver to diamond. Silver, you're looking at $1,800 annually as a silver ambassador. Now, let me just preface this by saying Plexus makes 0 income guarantees. The money that Siri's talking to me. The money that you make in Plexus is based off of your influence, your consistency, your work ethic, your intentionality, and your skill set. On average, as of 2018, $544 is the average income of everyone in the entire company. Okay. Now, I also have seen people in our company make 6 figures in a month. I've seen people in our company make 3 figures in our month. So like I said, the choice is yours about how much time you want to invest in this and the type of business you want to run. I personally saw this right here. It says Emerald, 84,000 annually. I didn't even look at the annual number. This rank in our compensation plan PDF, which you can get at plexusworldwide.com under business resources and joining. When I looked at that graphic, I noticed it came with a car bonus. I didn't have a car when I joined. I was 24 years old. I was in my 3rd year of college doing 16-hour days with a newborn and a husband deployed to Afghanistan that I missed immensely. I wanted to change my life. I didn't want to work at McDonald's. And if you work there, that's great. But like in my mind, in that moment, I didn't want to work at McDonald's. I didn't want to pay for childcare. I didn't have the money to pay for childcare. I wanted to change my life because nothing was going to change if I didn't change anything. I had to change my mindset. And that's this industry is 80% mindset, 20% skill set. I had a social media account, check. I had a big heart that believed in myself, check. That's what I started with. I had money saved up from house sitting, dog sitting, babysitting, and selling home decor off my walls. I had saved up about $500 and in my brain had decided I'm going to do Plexus for 3 months, get healthy. When my husband comes home from Afghanistan, I'm going to be like, look at me. And then that was it. That was my 3-year or my 3-month plan, right? Most people have 3-year plans, 5-year plans, 10-year plans. Mine was a 3-month plan. And here we are 9.5 years later. You think you know what you want for your family until the evidence is provided to you and your bank account changes and your mindset changes and you believe and you're a part of something so much bigger than yourself. You create residual income. You create the prizes and the vacations and you earn those things and you're building a legacy. And next thing you know, you have 4 or 5 men and women on your team that want to do this with you and they want to pursue diamond. And here's the thing. This is not like silver to diamond. That doesn't represent success and failure. Any of these are successful. Any of them. There's a song by this artist, NF, like it's his initials, NF, and it's called Hope. That's my homework to everyone today is go listen to that song. It's about the successes and failures he had in life. And he says, what's my definition of success? Doing something that I started. And I just like love that. And he has like all these little, it's a rap, it's kind of like a rap song. So like every line is, what's my definition of success? Doing this. And like, if you listen to it, you're just like, oh, that's so good. And so I don't want you to think, well, if I'm silver and I never get here, that I'm a failure. No, just the fact that you decided to believe in yourself and believe in this opportunity, that's success. And you can fail your way to diamond. I love failure. It's feedback, right? Some of you have done network marketing before. Some of you are in a job that you're failing at and you hate it and you're spending so much time away from your families. Guess what? This is available to you. This is my friend Trisha in the top right. She has more kids than Jenna, 2, 4, 6. No, just kidding. They both have 7 kids. But anyways, Trisha's out in West Virginia. She was the first jewel in that state. And I love that for her. And she's not just diamond. She's diamond and senior ruby. And she's working on going emerald in the next 30 days on that second position because our comp plan allows you to go to the top. Once you maintain a certain amount of points, you can start all over again. And that's what she's done. And she's already here at Senior Ruby in the last 70 days. I just think that's incredible. And so I'm here just to remind you that you can be busy. You cannot be a salesperson. You cannot be in the right mindset right now, but that can change when you decide to believe, just like Trisha. So how do you begin? Well, you're going to pick your products. You're going to get with the person who invited you and you're going to pick out some products. We have 4 systems. We have a weight management system, a gut health system, an active lifestyle, and then a build your own bundle. You're going to sign up for $10 and you're going to believe in the choice that you've made because you're going to get excited and you're going to immediately tell your friends, just like when you find a really cute dress at the store and you're going to call your bestie, or you find a really great deal on paint at Home Depot, you're going to call your husband, or whatever it looks like for you. You're going to get excited. So may you have the courage this week to begin breaking patterns in your life that no longer serve you. Give yourself permission to pause and reflect today. Remember, taking care of yourself doesn't mean me first. It means me too. You guys, look at this graphic. Go ahead, take a little screenshot. This is our fast start plan. Some of you know influencers. Some of you are thinking, well, I don't have that kind of influence. Yeah, but you know someone who does. What if they did this with you? What if y'all work together to refer 20 people in the next 30 days? That's a whole kindergarten classroom, right? In public school. There's 20 parents available to you right there that you can offer this opportunity to. So I encourage you to take a look, screenshot this and say, you know what? I could earn $2,200 for holidays. I could earn $2,200 to kick off New Year's with a savings account for the first time in my life. Whatever that looks like for you. Thank you for being here with us. We will see you next Friday.